What if you could walk into any room, and without saying a single word, every person in it felt your power? What if people stopped crossing you, not because you threatened them, but because something in your presence made them afraid to try? What if you did not chase respect, did not beg for attention, and did not explain yourself to anyone, yet somehow became the person everyone thought about most? Machiavelli understood exactly how this works. He called it aura. Not confidence, not popularity, something far colder and far more dangerous than either. Today we are going to build it. 10 stages, each one sharpening your psychological edge until you become something most people will never be: untouchable. Stay until the end, because the last stage is where everything comes together. Power begins where certainty lives. If you hesitate, the world devours you. If you doubt yourself openly, your aura cracks, and everyone around you feels it instantly. The first step is building unshakable conviction in your own mind. Not arrogance, construction. Every look you give, every word you speak, every silence you hold must carry weight. Weak men talk constantly to prove themselves. Powerful men conserve their words like a king spends gold, rarely and with crushing impact. Start seeing every interaction as a chessboard. People reveal their weaknesses by over-explaining and filling silence. You stay still. You watch. You calculate. The less you reveal, the more they fear what you might be capable of. That fear is the seed of everything that follows. Your aura is not what you truly are. It is what you allow the world to see. Raw emotion, uncontrolled reactions, outbursts of anger. These crack the mask and expose you. Your face must be a fortress. Your voice a deliberate instrument. Your eyes must carry quiet dominance rather than desperation. When people cannot read you, they cannot predict you. When they cannot predict you, they cannot control you. Move slowly and with intention, as if the world bends to your pace rather than the other way around. Power is never displayed by constantly proving it. It is displayed by never needing to prove it. When you walk into a room, do not chase attention. Let it fall on you naturally. The man who masters this mask will find that people obey not because he demands it, but because they cannot resist the gravity he projects. Fear does not mean violence or cruelty. It means control of perception. It means crafting an edge so sharp that people instinctively avoid cutting themselves against it. The man who inspires fear does not shout or threaten. His presence alone carries consequences. Fear is born the moment people realize that crossing you leads to loss, humiliation, or being removed from your orbit entirely. Never reveal the full extent of what you are capable of. Keep them guessing. A mysterious man with an invisible hand is far more terrifying than a loud man who shows every weapon he owns. But balance is everything. Bind fear to necessity. Be the man others rely on, while simultaneously dreading the thought of losing you. That combination creates loyalty that loud men can never buy. Most men crumble at rejection. They explode at insults. They beg for validation. And in that weakness, their power evaporates completely. When you stand silent under insult, when you remain calm during betrayal, when you do not chase what walks away from you, you radiate a power that both terrifies and captivates at the same time. People expect emotional reactions. When you give them none, they collapse into uncertainty. That uncertainty feeds your aura. Detachment also clears your mind for precision. Emotions fog decisions. Detachment sharpens them. The detached man uses both love and hate as tools, rather than letting either one become a prison. Nothing owns him. And because nothing owns him, no one can truly control him. Everything built so far is the foundation. What comes next is where the aura becomes something people cannot explain, but cannot ignore. If this video is reshaping how you think about power and presence, hit that subscribe button right now. We go this deep every single week. Now, let us keep building. Words are weapons, and silence is what gives them their deadly edge. Silence makes people uneasy. It forces them to reveal their insecurities and hidden motives, while you remain the unmoving observer, collecting everything they expose. When you finally speak, every word lands like a hammer because it is rare. But mastery of words matters just as much as mastery of silence. Never speak to be understood. Speak to shape perception. Short, powerful statements that leave no room for doubt. Never justify yourself. Never over-explain. Justification signals weakness, and weakness breeds contempt. Make declarations instead. And when silence follows your words, let it hang heavy and burn into their memory. A careless tongue ruins kings. A disciplined tongue builds empires. Presence is what happens when inner power becomes something other people can physically feel the moment you enter a room. It starts with posture. Stand as though the ground belongs to you. Move slower than everyone else, because haste is the child of anxiety. Hold eye contact steady and let others break first. The one who looks away first loses the invisible battle. Speak in a low, firm tone, as if each word is being carved into stone. And beyond all of this, build scarcity around yourself. Do not make yourself available to everyone at all times. The man who is everywhere becomes invisible. The man who appears rarely, but powerfully, becomes unforgettable. People should feel the room shift when you arrive, and feel emptiness the moment you leave. Every person carries hidden desires, insecurities, and fears. When your aura signals that you understand those hidden layers better than they do themselves, you become magnetic. Listen more than you speak. Watch patterns in behavior. Track every reaction. Once you know what someone values most, you have leverage over them without ever saying a single threatening word. If they crave validation, make your approval scarce. If they fear being excluded, remind them subtly how fragile their position is. The most effective control is always the kind they never notice. Give people enough freedom to feel independent, while quietly directing every important choice toward your desired outcome. Men cannot betray those they depend on. Make yourself indispensable, and you own the outcome. Without ruthless boundaries, your aura collapses under the weight of disrespect. When people sense they can cross you without consequence, they strip your power bare. But when every action has weight and every violation has cost, your value multiplies immediately. Enforce your boundaries quickly, coldly, and without apology or explanation. No is the purest expression of power, because it forces others to adjust themselves to you rather than the other way around. But boundaries are also internal. If you cannot discipline your own impulses, your own laziness, and your own emotions, the world will see through the mask and exploit every crack they find. Self-control is the highest boundary. Without it, all the others crumble. Cruelty used with precision is a tool of power, not reckless brutality, controlled fire. The willingness to do what others cannot, to strike in ways that leave lasting impressions. You do not punish constantly, but when you do, the punishment is unforgettable. Silence a reputation. Withdraw support at a critical moment. Remove access without warning or explanation. Strategic cruelty is never personal. It is tactical. It establishes a precedent that tells the world your aura is edged with steel, not velvet. And apply that same cruelty to yourself. Be merciless with your own excuses and your own mediocrity. When others witness that ruthless self-discipline, they understand they cannot match you. That understanding bends them toward you. Everything built across these 10 stages, the silence, the mask, the fear, the detachment, the presence, the leverage, the boundaries, and the precision, all of it leads to one destination: untouchability. It is not a title you give yourself. It is a status others feel when they stand near you. The sense that no scheme, no insult, and no betrayal can pierce what you have built. The untouchable man does not seek validation. He generates it. He does not chase opportunities. He creates them. He does not beg for loyalty. He commands it through the weight of his presence alone. When you weave all of these principles into a single way of being, your aura becomes so complete that people stop resisting you, not because you force them, but because resisting you feels impossible. That is the crown. It cannot be bought. It cannot be faked. It can only be built through relentless discipline and cold, deliberate construction. Drop a comment right now and tell me which of these 10 stages hit you hardest today. I read every single one. And if this video sharpened your mind, hit that subscribe button right now, because what comes next goes even deeper into the psychology of power.